Hello and welcome to all you Librans. Welcome for your yearly horoscope, your yearly forecast for 2016. Wow, what a powerful year it is for you Librans. If you want to speak out a bit more your own truth, and if you want to be a bit freer, it is the year to do so. And why do I think that? Because, of course, still Pluto is in your 4th house and Uranus in your 7th. And especially those who have planets in Libra between, let's say, between 15 up until, no, let's say 14, 15, 16, 17 degrees of Libra will feel Pluto in the 4th house the most. So big changes when it comes to the home life. So maybe you had already a move, or you are planning for moving, or at least trying to restructure the home situation, or on another level it is restructuring you. You are really digging deep to know where you're heading at, to know where you're coming from, and to even things that has some, you know, your history of your family, to dig deep there, and maybe to find some things that you don't want to see, and but now on a very deep psychological level you're understanding that. On another level, it can mean that there is some authoritarian kind of person in your home life. Could be the case as well. If that is the case, it's not there to you to give too many ego struggles and power struggles, because it can give power struggles with Pluto there in the 4th. Don't fall into that, you Librans. Just see that it's about your power. You're learning something from this family member, from this person, about your own strength, actually. Now, another thing, talking about learning from other people, what you're also learning is how to do your own thing, how to be selfish, basically. And you're learning that through Uranus in the 7th house. So, especially those of you who've got planets in Libra between 17 up until 22 degrees. If you've got planets there, 17, 22, 23 degrees, or a progress planet even. But if you've got planets there in Libra, you are going to feel Uranus opposing it. And this is all about you actually wanting to do your own thing. I talked about that a lot last year for the Librans, because it's not... Libra is not a sign that is that has this characteristic trait. It's actually a very characteristic trait of other people in your life, and this could be emphasized. So don't give that Uranus away to that other person. If you are in a relationship, take that Uranus back. So if you are in a relationship and if you feel that there is no connection, that there is too much space, that you cannot, that this energy, you never know what's going to happen with them. If that is the case, it's about you not integrating your Uranus enough. So try to be a bit more Uranus yourself. Try to emphasize your own individuality. Try to spend a bit more focus on you instead of that other person, and trying to be... Because Libran, we want a peace and gentleness in a relationship, but actually you push it away harder if you try to cling too much. So don't project your Uranus. What I mean by that is, if you are single as well, there's a good chance of meeting someone. But again, with those traits of being a bit unpredictable, being a bit very exciting, yes, but sometimes a bit too much, that you don't know where you're standing. And if that is the case, integrate. It's just a reflection of not integrating enough that Uranus. So it's very important for you to be a bit unusual yourself, to be a bit unpredictable yourself. Try and start to do that, and you will see that your relationships will balance more. So That's one thing. Another thing which is getting real emphasis, a double whammy here, is with Jupiter and the North Node in your 12th house. What is this all about? Well, actually where Jupiter is, there's expansion. Where the North Node is, there's also growth. So this 12th house is, and with the North Node it's demanding from you to let go of things, to maybe people even, but and you don't have to think, oh, will they all go away? No, it's just maybe one person or maybe one habit that is not helping you anymore, a pattern that you're in for a long time, maybe a pattern of not standing up enough for yourself. You need to let go of this. And if you put some focus on that, this will really, you will benefit from that tremendously and grow a lot because of that. So that's the Jupiter and the North Node in your 12th house. It's taking your time to contemplate, taking your time to understand yourself a bit better. It's, but especially it's about letting go of things that you know deep down inside are not working for you anymore. Now, there is a lot of energy actually going on in your thinking house. And a lot of people would say, oh, it's not interesting. The 3rd house is not interesting, but it is. Because for you, it's about standing your ground. It's about standing up for yourself again. Speaking your truth. That's basically, if you see so much energy with Mars and Saturn being there for the whole year, and Mars exceptionally being there from March up until August. It goes into your 2nd house a tiny little bit, which is your values, which is how you feel confident and not. So for a lot of time in the year, an emphasis on working hard, maybe being a bit scared of it at first, but working hard to express yourself, to express what is on your mind, basically. That's in a nutshell, this Mars-Saturn. So lots of energy, lots of, in a positive way, Mars and Saturn together is mastered energy. Mastered energy when it comes towards, and making it no nonsense. So not a lot of drama, but with a lot of, this is how it is, and this is how I see it. So start practicing that. It's really in the stars for you Librans. And another thing that is going on, but it's not so important for you because you are a cardinal sign, is there's a lot of tension going on with the mutable signs. So you will feel this less. But it has to do with Saturn and Neptune. The realist Saturn, where he's working hard in that 3rd house. So the Saturn, if you work hard for, stay focused when it comes to expressing yourself, if you work hard on that and be very realistic on that, there is a possibility to grow on a level of your day-to-day work, on a level of health, not only growing, but also seeing it in a different, seeing more ways, you could say, because Neptune is in your 6th house, and Neptune is about broadening up, it's about seeing more avenues, you could say, taking some side paths maybe. Maybe you want to explore a bit more on the alternative medicine, could be the case. Maybe you could explore a bit more, putting a bit more of Neptune and Chiron in your work. So maybe you work on in an office and you're thinking about getting Neptune a bit more in your day-to-day life, which is a bit more creativity, fantasy, creativity, inspiration, using that a bit more in your day-to-day life. So if you are very idealistic, very good, but stay with the feet on the ground. That's the energy of Neptune and Saturn. So Saturn is be structured in your thinking, be assertive in your thinking, be a bit authoritarian actually there, not too much of course, but also being a bit more open when it comes to your work sector, being a bit more inventive, seeing a bit more a broader perspective when it comes to your health as well. Maybe doing some yoga or something like that. Now, Juno, or Juno is a little asteroid, and it's for the whole year in Scorpio. So I thought it was interesting to mention as well, because Juno is about commitment and fairness. And fairness, you like that, Librans, don't you? And this is in your 2nd house. So it's your house, because you're ruled by Venus, and Venus rules that 2nd house. What is that? The 2nd house is your values. It's what you think is important in life. Your resources, but also your talents. So I think a lot of Librans, no matter what age they are, they're going to improve and become more committed to their talents. So it suits very well with the Neptune in the 6th house. So maybe you're not using enough your talents, maybe at work, and talents that have to do with your creativity, with your sense of beauty. You know, Librans do have a very good sense of symmetry, beauty, and all of that, artistic. So maybe that is a little clue there as well. If you do that already, fine. But if you don't do it, maybe it's time now this year to start exploring a bit more, to improve your talents. Et voilà, c'est ça. This is for you Librans, les balances. I wish you a very good year. Thank you very much, Librans, for all your support of 2015. You are my biggest fans, you Librans out there, and I love it. And keep on supporting, and I wish you a very strong year. Stand your ground. So thanks a lot, and see you next year.